Okay, a while back someone asked me why Batman is so overrated. Well, depending on your variation of the Justice League, we'll use one of the more updated versions. You have got a you've got Green Lantern, who is pretty much the modern interpretation of Aladdin. He's wearing an alien constructed, essentially a wish ring. You've got Superman, who is an alien, pretty much a god. You have a mythical Amazon. You have the mythical ruler of Atlantis. You've got the fastest man alive, and in other versions, you had Martian Manhunter, so you had another alien, practically god, who was a shapeshifter. This time, you've got a guy covered in alien technology. And in the middle, you've got a dude in a bat suit. He is the most out-of-place member. If you look at this team, 3 of them are not humans. 3 of them are humans, all with some sort of special attribute given to them. Be it a power ring, be it the speed force, be it a body covered in alien technology. So they're all drastically what you wouldn't consider human. Yeah, if you take the ring away from Hal Jordan, he's a human, but then he's Hal Jordan, he's not Green Lantern. Everyone else has this really high amount of power. So, how do you write your stories? Well, either Batman is the damsel in distress, which no one's going to, because he is the human. He is the human sent to the table of the gods. So either you write him as the human surrounded by gods, or you kind of go, well, you know what? He's with them. They haven't kicked him out. He has to be something that makes him undeniably useful for the team. So that's why he became the master strategist, the master fighter. If you look at all the other characters, Superman, his fight is punch kick. Aquaman, he's a better fighter. We really don't see it anywhere near as much. Wonder Woman, tremendous fighter. So you've got, Flash, not a great fighter. Green Lantern, decent fighter. He's a brawler, basic fisticuffs. In this version, Cyborg, really no fighting skills. Kid Martian Manhunter, better than Superman when it comes to fighting, but still not a really great pugilist. And in his own books, he is the world's greatest detective, the world's greatest tactician. But he's not the best when it comes to a human fighter. He's one of the better fighters in the Justice League. I would say, depending on writer, it goes back and forth between Batman or Wonder Woman as their top fighter. So the reason why he seems so overrated is because he's written at a level that he technically shouldn't be at. He's written as almost a bat god. He's written as the absolute pinnacle of humanity, bordering on metahuman. Because he's surrounded by gods. When people look at a group like the Avengers, we'll say we use the movie version of the Avengers. Hulk. Okay. Brilliant scientist who transforms into one of the most physically powerful individuals of the Marvel Universe. Okay. Thor, God. Okay. Captain America. Well, Captain America, time-lost super soldier. Fought in World War II. I'm using classic Captain America. So, he's lower-level metahuman, but tremendous amount of actual tactical background. Okay. Iron Man. Guy wrapped in technology. But genius. Genius wrapped in technology. If you look at that group, Captain America and Iron Man are your 2 people who seem kind of odd. And then you add in Hawkeye. Okay? Black Widow. Okay? They seem kind of out of place. If you look at that team, We get the first Avengers film, and it was, all right, so what we got? I'm gonna throw a shield at him. Okay. I'm gonna shoot an arrow at him. All right. What are you gonna do? For I shall call forth the lightning. Oh, Hulk. Smash. Puny God. Iron Man. Pew, 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 pew. Tank missile. Tank missile. Tank missile. So there's always that more human element to try to actually ground the story a little bit. In the comics, the reason why you don't see Batman getting just flat out trounced is normally it's in his book. And there's always that idea since we're humans writing stories about the gods. Well, we're going to put humans on the path that they can actually do well against the gods. Should go back way, way back. Look at some of your classic Greek tales. Didn't humans occasionally hold their own against gods? Quite often. They normally had help, but they held their own. Batman's help was his technology and the writer. Whenever Batman sees tech, he does a pretty good job understanding it and then co-opting it. And occasionally, the gods help him out. How's he beat Superman? Because Superman went, this ring raised my power. If I go bad, here. In other stories, Green Lantern's kind of gone, you know, here's some things in case something happens. He's gotten a gift from almost every member of his team has given him some sort of nugget. Either some sort of trinket, some sort of piece of knowledge that allows him to be on equal footing with them. That's part of the reason why he comes off so overrated is because something like he is the human. He's the human with the gods. So you have two options. Write stories down or build him up. He's been in enough books that have pretty much shown his level of endurance for your average human is it's incredible. But he has to be. He has no other options. He's kind of the living embodiment of vengeance. His whole life is built towards what he's doing right now. Out of all of the current Justice League members, he's had the most experience doing what he's doing. Because his whole life is built towards this. Hal Jordan is a test pilot. His life was, I want to fly frickin' planes. And he's a superhero. Superman's life has been, I need to figure out where I fit in this world, how I should fit in, and I need to try to make sure I don't do so much that the world depends on me for all major decisions. Aquaman. He rules the oceans. 75% of the earth. The last 25%? Needs of the many, needs of the few. He has other things to deal with. Cyborg, in this iteration, he's trying to put his life back together. There's other things he's trying to deal with. Flash, the CSI. So he's got a highly stressful job. Superhero it's the main focus of the books. The secondary focus in his life. Wonder Woman, trying to figure out the world of man. Spent a lot of her life fighting. Now she's trying to figure out how best to bring peace. Because fighting isn't the ultimate solution. Okay. But you might say, but Josh, Batman runs a company. Yep, he's the CEO of Wayne Enterprises. How often is that really the focus? Not. He has a board of directors. He really doesn't, he shows up every now and then, but he's more of a figurehead piece. He's not constantly involved in all the major decisions. He's got people in place that will carry out what he wants done. So his primary focus in life is Batman. That's why they've said Bruce Wayne is the mask, Batman is who he is. So most of my experience doing what he's doing, and his primary focus in life is Batman. Where everyone else, their primary focus is something slightly different than their superhero persona. That's why he feels so overrated. It's because his personal life is virtually non-existent. He is Batman. When he puts on the Bruce Wayne mask, that's who he is part-time. So, to sum up, he's written as the person who's the equal to gods because either they make the stories lower or they bring him up to make the stories. Like the stories of old, he's given something from all of the other gods that put him on equal footing. And of course, last but not least, his focus in life is the Batman persona. Bruce Wayne is secondary.